Hey, I'm Gen V, and today I'm going to review 5 different Manduka yoga mats. Why? Because they have a lot of yoga mats, and it can be confusing to know which one is the right one for you. They are not cheap, they are high quality yoga mats, so I want to make sure you get the best one for your needs. Let's get into it. If you're not familiar with Manduka, it's one of the most well-known, most well-respected companies in the yoga space. They are primarily well-known for their yoga mats, but they also have accessories and clothing and other things. I love the quality of the yoga mats, but I also like the mission of the company and what they stand for. They make things that are environmentally friendly, some more than others, but they do practice environmentally safe manufacturing processes, so that is important to me. Okay, disclaimer, I'm a fitness professional. I do happen to be certified in yoga and in Payo, but I am not a die-hard yogi. I do yoga for the physical benefits mostly and the mind-body connection. I don't do the meditation or the spiritual or any of the cultural aspects that come from yoga. So this review is going to be primarily about how your body moves on the mat, right? How the mat sustains your physical postures and your practice, not like how comfy it is for you to hang out in Shavasana. That's not my jam. Okay, having said that, let's go. The first mat we're going to talk about today is the Eco Mat. This is their symbol, the Manduka little frog. And this one happens to have a little description on the back. It tells you it's their ECO mat. This is their most environmentally friendly mat. It does not have any petroleum rubber in it or any toxic chemicals or dyes or anything like that. More information on their website. All right, not this exact mat, but this type of mat, the Eco Mat, was my first introduction into Manduka. It was the first one I purchased several years ago, probably 7 years ago, and I used that mat at least 5 times a week, sometimes more. I teach a lot, and there were days I was using it twice a day, so it got a lot of wear, and it lasted well, but it did not last forever. I did have to replace it. It kind of just got worn out and I needed a new one. So this is the second Eco Mat for me. The reason I love it, besides the environmental benefits, is that it has a little bit of a texture. Can you see that? I know because it's like not a solid color, it might be hard to see the texture, but it's got a little bit of a wavy grooves in the mat. There you go, you can see that. Hey! So it has a little bit of like a slip prevention aspect to it, even though it's not really designed for that. There's another mat they have specifically for that. But I love the fact that it had texture. It's really durable. All of their mats are durable. You can wear shoes with this, like studio shoes, barefoot shoes, that type of thing. Or grippy yoga socks, ballet toe socks, something like that. The downfall to this is it does, like I said, wear out over time, especially if you're wearing shoes. You'll start getting like scuff marks on it. You won't take chunks out of it like you will with other mats, but you just kind of start getting some scuff marks on it. The grip factor, it tends to get slipperier, slippier, let's make that a word, the more you use it, whereas some of their other mats are the opposite. They get better over time. This one kind of wears out over time. But if you're looking for an environmentally friendly mat and you're willing to replace it every once in a while, depending on how often you use it, this is actually my favorite. Spoiler alert, right off the bat. Like, I'm hugging it. This is my favorite. I love it. But you will see, it starts to wear out, doesn't last forever. But again, I put a lot of wear and tear on my mats. If you're using it at home in a gentle practice once in a while, if you're not wearing shoes, I don't wear shoes on my mat anymore. There was a time, depending on where I was teaching and what I was doing, I didn't need to. That's not the case anymore. So there you go. There's the Eco Mat. Hang around to the end after I get through all of the mats. I'm going to give you kind of a breakdown, pros and cons of each. If you go to their website, there is a quiz you can take. that will help you pick which one of their mats is based for you. But it's based on what I'm telling you here, like what types of activity you're doing, how sweaty you are, things like that. But I will link to their website in the description below. You can check that out, take their quiz. Okay, this bad boy next on our list is their grip mat. Here's the little frog again, but this one doesn't have the sewn in tag, it's just on the top. You can tell by the back of this one that it is made to be grippy. And this one has, they call it a leather-like surface. It's clearly not leather, but it has that kind of little textury surface on the top, and the bottom has all these little grippy little dots. I will tell you that when this was new, it stuck to everything, including itself and the floor. It was like it, you could hear suction as you unrolled it, and I'd roll it out on the floor and teach my class, do my practice, whatever, and it would be stuck to the floor. I'd have to like peel it up off the floor. It doesn't do that anymore. It has worn in a little bit, but that's something, if you're anal like I am about your yoga mat being like on the lines or in a certain spot, you can't really shift this one easily and fix it, because once you put it down, it's down. In the beginning, it's gotten better. This one is best for really sweaty classes. If you're doing hot yoga, I sweat a lot in PIO. I'm just a sweaty person, and PIO is high intensity, so this is great for that. One thing that I don't love about it is like everything sticks to it, so it shows like dust and lint and your hair, and like everything gets stuck to it, and you can't really wear shoes or grippy socks with it. I mean, you could, but it's going to be harder to move because your shoe or your sock is going to stick to the mat, right? So this is best for barefoot and high sweaty classes. Next, we're going to jump to the big guy. This is what they're most famous for, is their Manduka Pro mat. This is how I was introduced to them. A lot of my instructor friends raved about it. You've got to get the Pro mat. You've got to get the Manduka Pro mat. However, because it is their top of the line mat, it comes with a hefty price tag. So as I said, I started with the Eco mat first, but I did eventually want to give this guy a try. I'm telling you, it's a big boy because it's heavy. Okay, this mat is like the mat of all mats. It is dense, it is heavy, it is thick, it is long, it has the grippy circles on the bottom so it will stick to the floor, but not quite the same intensity as the grip mat. The surface has some texture, but not a lot. But it is their heaviest, densest mat. This is good, or best, for serious yogis who are practicing daily, multiple times a day, and you want a mat that's going to last forever. This has a lifetime warranty. This really could be the only mat you ever buy. If for some reason it breaks down, it wears out, they will replace it. So if you're looking for a one-time investment, this is your guy. However, it's not very practical for travel. If you are going into a studio or taking it with you anywhere, it's just kind of heavy to lug around. It really is. I don't know what it weighs, but it's a big boy. So there you go. But this one gets grippier over time. I actually didn't like it at first. I was very disappointed in it when I first got it because I found myself slipping a lot and having to fix my hands, and especially when sweaty, sliding all over the place. Not safe, not good. So I was disappointed. It has gotten better over time. I will say that I do not break in my mats, so that might be my fault. You can like rub salt on it and whatever and do all these things. I've never done that. I just use it and use it and use it and use it and break it in with my body and my sweat, and it has gotten better. Did you hear that? Clunk. Okay, this one is their PROlite. It's most of what the Pro offers, except lighter. This one, hey, you could actually carry around with you. It's not quite as dense, not quite as heavy, but it still has that textured, non-slip-ish, not super textured, but a little bit, surface. The sticky circles on the back to help you stay in place on the floor. Not quite as grippy as the grip mat. This one will hold up. This particular mat I've had for several years, and I used it quite extensively for a period of time while teaching, sometimes with shoes on, sometimes not. It has gotten a lot of love and a lot of wear. There are scuff marks on it, but it's still in really great shape. It's a little dirty, but it's not worn out. There's no chunks taken out of it. It's held up really well. This would be my choice if you're looking for an all-around mat, and you don't need like the grip for the super sweaty. If you're not doing like hot yoga, you're just a regular sweater like me. This is my second favorite after the Eco. If you want something that's gonna last a little longer, be a little bit more durable, this is your best bet. Finally, I need to go get it. The Manduka X. This is their kind of crossbreed between a fitness mat and a yoga mat. They're most versatile. If you want one mat that can do all the things, this is what they recommend. It's also, I believe they're most affordable. It's definitely affordable compared to these other mats I've shown you. Let me go grab it. Okay, here it is, the Manduka X. It has that fabric tag on it again. It tells you what it is on the back, cleaning instructions. This one is very grippy, but grippy's not the right word. Very textured, lumpy and bumpy in a way that I don't find comfortable. I slide. I still slide, even though it's textured. It's hard to explain. And it's uncomfortable. It's like too rough under my hands. I don't love it, honestly. But if texture doesn't bother you, and if you're looking for an affordable multi-purpose mat, this one will hold up to anything. You can boot camp in this. You can use this for anything. Stretching, strength, Pilates, yoga, whatever you might need a single mat for. And it's fairly portable, not too heavy, not too dense. The bottom doesn't have those circly dots. It just has more of that textured surface. It doesn't slip too bad, that I've noticed. I honestly don't use this one much. This particular one is brand new, but I have used these in the gym. We had them as a multi-purpose. You could use them for yoga, you could use them for boot camp, you could use them for body pump, you could use them for whatever. It's durable, it's versatile. My least favorite, to tell you the truth, but there you go. Okay, so we've reviewed all 5 mats. I hope you found that helpful. Let me recap for you if you're still unsure. You can go to the manduka.com website, take their quiz. It will help you pick which mat is best for you. They have more than these 5, but like a girl can only buy so many mats, right? These are the ones that I find the most helpful, the most useful for my needs and for the needs of the people that I work with, whether you're doing yoga or any other mat-based workout, or you just need a general mat for your home workouts, no matter what they might be. Each one of these would work, and they each have different pros and cons based on price, based on your sweat factor, and based on what activity you're doing, and whether or not you need it to be portable or not. I will link to each one of these on Amazon. If you want to read reviews and see more details about it, you can buy it obviously directly from Manduka, or you can buy it through Amazon if you want that prime shipping. Hey baby. Okay. Your pros and cons of your Eco is it's their most environmentally friendly mat. That is important to me. If it's important to you, this is your go-to. Another pro is it has a little bit of a grip factor, even though that's not one of its primary features. I find it really helpful. Not too slippy, durable, reliable, lightweight, portable. Price is pretty good. Downside, it doesn't last forever. It does wear out. The texture on the surface kind of starts to wear off, and you get a little bit more slip factor as you break it in, as it ages. But that is my favorite. This is my top choice. If you're willing to replace it every few years, depending on use, 3 to 5 years probably. 3 minimum. It lasts at least 3 years for me, and I put a lot of wear and tear on it. Next was the grip. Pros to this are it's the best one for sweaty workouts. If you're really sweaty, dripping sweat off your nose, on your hands, you're slipping all over the place, and you need something safe so that you don't fall on your face, this is your best bet. However, keep in mind you're going to have to wipe it down a lot because everything sticks to it. But it is lightweight, it's durable. This is probably, it's hard to pick favorites. The Eco is my top favorite. This, spoiler alert, and the PROlite are my tie for second. Okay? Oh. Pros and cons of the Manduka Pro. It is their top of the line, best of the best, lifetime warranty mat. This is a one and done option, and it can work for any workout. Boot camp, anything, shoes on, shoes off. It will hold up, it is durable. However, it's expensive and it's heavy. It's not very portable, and it is a hefty investment. And it's kind of slippery when you first get it. It wears, it gets better over time. As you use it, as you break it in, it gets better, as opposed to the Eco mat, which breaks down over time. Clunk. Okay, Manduka Pro Lite has all of the features of the Pro, except it's lighter. Thinner, lighter, more portable, a little bit less expensive. Downfall to this is, again, it's a little bit slippery when you first get it, although I actually liked this one better when I first got it as opposed to the Pro when I first got it. I felt like this one broke in easier and faster. Maybe that's just me. Maybe it's a difference in what am I looking for? Like the patterns, the colors? I don't know. Maybe this one's different than this one. Who knows? Whatever. I did buy these a few years apart, so that could be a difference, different batch. The cons of this one, there aren't many. I really like this mat. Again, it's not cheap. It is an investment, but I feel like I'm a broken record. I feel like they're all a good investment depending on what you need. This would be my choice for an all-around general mat. If you want it to last a long time, you want to be one and done, and you don't want to replace it. Just don't get a light, solid color, because it will show dirt and wear and tear over time. Can I show you? Well, now it doesn't even look so bad. So see, it's not terrible, but it shows like some scuff marks and some dirt. It's not terrible, but if I were to do it over again, I would have gotten a pattern or a darker color. That's the only con really for this one, other than the price. It's still a hefty price tag for a yoga mat. Okay, pros and cons of the X. The biggest pro is the price and the versatility. One mat for fitness and for mind-body mat-based classes, one and done. However, it's the least comfortable mat for me. And in the gym where we had these, some of the members complained that they didn't like the grip. It was uncomfortable on their hands. They would go grab, the cheap $10 mats off the shelf instead. It does have some density, so that's nice. All of their mats have some density. They come in varying thicknesses. So if you need more cushioning or less cushioning, if that's a factor for you, make sure you're getting one of the ones that's a little thicker, a little denser. If that's not a factor for you, they have some really thin ones like travel mats and really lightweight ones. Those might be an option for you. Okay, I hope you found that helpful. Again, you can find links to each of these mats below and to the Manduka website. If you choose to purchase one of these, circle back to me and let me know which one you got and whether you love it or not. If you have any other questions about yoga mats or fitness gear in general or anything else, please let me know. I'd love to hear from you, and I hope to see you again very soon. Until next time, take care. Be well.